And we are joined by our very special guest, Peter Berk of Reliant Mortgage Solutions. Peter, please excuse the cluttered appearance of my otherwise pristine office we moved in the last 7 days. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, John. Happy Saturday to you and to everyone. And I too have a temporary housing situation in the middle of selling a house and buying a house and a few weeks of no house.
We are in a home now that we lived in many years ago, and a longtime former neighbor spotted me and said, are you moving back in, or what are you doing? And I said, well, she said, I know you've lived in several neighborhoods here in Decatur. And I said, well, we've been asked to leave almost every neighborhood we've ever lived in. So we'll see how long it takes before that happens here. Peter, we are being told that we're in a housing boom, that there's a housing bubble forming, and people are calling me and being unhappy about it. So I thought this week I could blame it on you.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go to the slides and see what a housing bubble is and how we can resolve that situation. By the way, if people want to reach you, I see here they can call you at 678-557-9759. My question to you, Peter, is what is a housing bubble, and why do we need to know when it happens?
Well, let's move on. And there's three characteristics here.
All right,
Housing bubble.
Yeah, go ahead.
Housing bubbles are characterized by swift, sharp increases in prices of single-family homes to the point that values become unreasonable and unsustainable.
Peter, I have used that word unsustainable in relation to the percentage of increase in home prices for the last several years. Would you agree?
I don't know. It's a good question. And I don't know, John.
Well, when I talk to Jerry Powell, he calls me from the Fed once a week, usually to ask what to do. I tell him we've got to stop inflation, but these home prices.
A housing bubble is a temporary but perilous market condition in residential real estate. Beyond skyrocketing prices, the hallmarks of a housing bubble are bidding wars, emotional buying, speculative investing, house flipping, rehab and new construction booms, and a troubling lack of supply.
Well, that's interesting because everything you mentioned there is happening with the exception of a new home construction boom. In fact, some people say that the housing industry is producing more houses. It's just that we need so many more.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's see what else we have.
The situation is called a bubble because, like a soap bubble, real estate prices can't inflate forever. Eventually, the pressure becomes excessive and the bubble pops to devastating effect. You will also hear housing bubbles described as overheated housing markets.
Well, this is interesting because I would say we have an overheated market right now, and yet the Federal Reserve is doing everything it can to try to slow down inflation. I guess time will tell. Peter, if somebody wanted to pick up the phone and call you and talk about their financial situation and how the mortgage industry or your loans theoretically could help them improve their position, how can they reach you?
They can reach me at 678-557-9759.
678-557-9759. Peter, thank you. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you real soon.
You too. Thanks, everybody. See you next Saturday.